Okay, welcome. So let's see. Today we're going to continue to work on our void recall. Um, Yesterday I went through. We made all these temporary stages, focused. Stealing off of Mega Man 2's Metal Man stage. Wow, lots of M's in that one. Today, what I want to kind of do is I want to go back to the Assassin's Creed. I've been listening to a podcast and they're talking about making sure game feel is right. So I'll go back to my assassin. I want to try to add in the combo attack today. As you recall, before we just have a simple combo attack that is attack 1, attack 2, attack 3. It just plays those no matter what, how close you press those buttons together. There was a YouTuber that I really like following. His name is Inbound Shovel. He designed things like Halo. What's the? I can't remember the name now. The last Halo, anyways, Halo Infinite. That's on the Xbox. And so he's making a new game called Isidora's Edge, and he's got a lot of fun stuff in Godot that he does. And one of them he's talking about is the combo timer. And the way he does it is he has an attack cooldown timer, an attack combo timer, and then as long as the attack cooldown hasn't expired yet, but the attack combo has, then we can trigger the next stage of the attack. So I want to kind of go with that. Excuse me. So let's go ahead and go back over to working in Godot here. So let's see here. And for some reason, my video has decided to get all wonky. So let me get that fixed. Probably because I changed the resolution. So let me make me a little bit smaller over here. There we go. Maybe a little bit bigger. Okay. So let's keep working here in Godot. And let's bring up our assassin. So again, here we have our animation player. And we have our attack 1. Oops. Let me just hide these collision shapes here so then they're not getting in our way. Where's our other collision shape here? 1 second. Hitbox, hurtbox. Anyway, hurtbox we might need, but we'll come back to that. So we got attack 1, just quick slice. Attack 2 is the back slice. And then we have a cross slice after that. Which, if you remember last time, we made it faster. Excuse me today. I am having a lot of coughing. Before the stream, I recorded another video that I'm going to edit and put up on YouTube. So I only intended it to be 5 to 10 minutes long and I end up talking to myself for about 50 minutes. And needless to say, it's going to be cut down before I post it. But that's where a lot of this is coming from. So I'm giving myself an hour on this. So let me just start my focus session here. Okay. So let's try to make our attack timers so that we can make this all work here. So let's see. Let's go into our attack. Let's add a timer here. We'll call this attack cooldown timer. Hey, let's spell cooldown right instead of cooldown. And let's see here. What else we got? We've got let's see. Attack cooldown timer. Let's make a copy of that. We'll make it called the attack. Oops. Attack combo timer. Okay. Let's see here. So, let's see. Our attack right now lasts a whole 0.3 seconds. So let's make this our wait time 0.3. We'll do a one shot on that. And let's see, attack combo timer. So based on the video, what he's saying is we want to make sure that the attack hasn't finished yet. So our attack cooldown timer hasn't finished. But we also don't want it to go instantly into the next combo. So we want to make it just slightly before that and make it come back. So why don't we do, let's do 0.2 for starters, and then we'll come back to this. Okay, and this will be a one shot. So then we'll come into our process here. Let's bring in our 2 timers. So then when we first come in, so like right now, again, what I'm doing is I am just cycling through these. And then if it's finished, I go to the next. I turn off attacking and then just return back to idle. But let's go back here. Let's think about this here. So attacking is true. Actually, we need this in the... we need a input function so we can stay in the attack state and deal with that. So let's see. Let's go into our player state. What did I call that? Enemy state, player state. We called that handle input. Okay, so let's copy this. We'll just copy this entirely. Back here. Handle input. Turn null. Okay. So we need to handle the input event. So let's see. If event is action pressed attack, what we want to do is we want to return attack. So then this will send us right back into this state as soon as the attack has been pressed. We don't want that to happen because we want to make sure that this attack cooldown timer has expired first. So we want to say if it's attack and attack cooldown timer is stopped. Then we can return the attack. Okay. How are we doing this? Let's just double check how we're doing this. Let's look at idle first. Handle input. If it's jump, return jump. Else, if it's attack, return attack. So we're going to be in the attack state. But this is the idle state. Okay, so we don't need to worry about this. Let's just make sure that on our player themselves, handle input, we don't have a handle input in their player. Okay, so this is going to work out. Okay, so if we go back over here to our attack. Okay. The big thing though is right now I have right here idle. If they're not attacking, return idle. And then attacking gets turned off as soon as the attack is finished. So how about we do this? Let's do animation finished. So we disconnect, and then if attack cooldown is stopped, attacking equals false. So that means our attack is fully ended. It's 0.3. If it's then we attack is false, and then our process, if we're not attacking, return idle. But down here in the input, let's change this to the combo timer. Oops, combo timer. If the combo timer is stopped, then you can return the attack. It'll come back in here and it'll go in through the counter. What we want to do though is, because we don't want it to just jump back in on the counter 2 or 3, on the exit we're going to always reset our counter equal to 0. Okay, so right now the way that this is coded, we're going to go into the attack phase. We're going to use counter 0. It's going to play attack 1. If I hit the attack button, we haven't started the timers yet, so if I just hit the attack button, it should instantly jump back in and go into attack 2, and then it'll instantly go back in and do counter slice. So we should be able to fly through these if this is the way I think it's going to work. So let's see. Let's let's try this. Let's see what happens. Okay, so it's not going into the next one. We are able to attack much faster. Okay. Why is it not going into... Oh, because as soon as it finishes here, so we want the... Let's do the attack cooldown timer. Copy. So attacking is true here. I want to do timer dot start. There we go. Okay, let's try that now. Okay, why are we still not? You know what? That's gonna be even. Let's take what we did with these guys here. Copy. Let's put this into the assassin. Paste. For debug purposes, we're going to put that right there. And then where did I put in his label process? Label text. Copy. Okay, so let's go back into our assassin. Process. Where's process? Physics process. Okay, I don't have a function process in here. Okay, easy enough. Let's add it. There. Oh, yep, I gotta bring in a reference to that label. There we go. So now we should at least see what our state is. Boom, boom, boom. Title, attack 1. Okay. So, let's do you know what, let's just start that the combo timer as well. Maybe that's what's throwing us off. I don't think so, but let's just double check. I've seen funkier things before. Or is it just because the... Let's extend the... You know, let's just make this 1 second. Well, do some pressing here. Oh, wait. Not that one. Not that one. Cooldown timer. Let's make that one 1.3, 1.5. So we shouldn't be able to attack for 1.5 seconds. We should stay in that attack phase for a while. Okay, we're not leaving that attack phase. Alright, so let's see here. One shot, We're starting it. Oops. Let's do some debugging. Let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. Let's actually make sure, because I wasn't paying attention. You guys actually see the game, right? Yes. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Let's do. We're gonna start it. Attack. Pause. And then let's go look at our assassin. Okay, the timer is not running. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's running. Alright. Simple fix there. Let's see, evaluator. Why is that not running? Let's see. Should we do it the other way? I don't want to do it the other way. I want to use these timers. Process. Inherit. Let's see here. So if I run just .start, that should work. Bum, 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 bum. Oh. No, that's not right. Let's see here. Paused. One shot, yep. Why is this not? Now let's do this. Let's go back into our attack state. Copy. In our process function. Let's not use process. Let's do it here. Let's print. Let's see what the timer value is. I guess we just do that. Okay. That doesn't help. Timer value dot it is that timeout. No, not time left. There we go. Let's do that. And there, it expired. Okay. So we are starting it. Check cooldown timer. Okay, let's put in the combo timer. Make sure that that is working. Yep. Okay. Let's see if that's working. Okay. That is triggering. Why is... Okay, let's figure out what we're doing. So this is triggering. Let's set these values back to what they were before. So 0.3 and combo timer of 0.2. Let's just make sure. Definitely can trigger it. So it does attack again. Return attack. Oh. Because I'm returning the attack, so I'm leaving with this counter. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to get rid of that there, and I want to put it up into this one right here. Attack against false, counter equals 0. So only do that if the attack is finished. Still not working right. Okay. You know what? Let's just take out, for troubleshooting purposes, let's control. Okay. If it's attack, return attack again, attacking again. Let's take out these. Animation is finished. I'll just take this out for right now. Okay. So now we should be able to just slam attack and just flip through. Attacking again, attacking again, attacking again. It's not cycling through. Why are we not cycling through? We got our counters. We're connecting this signal, waiting for the attack to finish. We'll return attack. Then we go through the exit process. Come back in. We start attacking as true. We check our value of our counter. Okay, we'll check the counter there. Let's get rid of this, because right now we're not using that. Let's take a look here. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, it's always 0. Attacking again. The counter is never increasing. So this... Now we're attacking as fast as possible. Problem is, attack 1, attack 2, attack 3. We're not advancing on as a combo. Okay. So I guess what we need to do... Okay. So let's cut this out of here. We probably don't need this. If attack cooldown timer is stopped, attacking equals false, counter equals 0. Okay. Attack combo timer. Okay, and then when we come back in here, it should reset. So where did I put the press? Here it is. Print. That should reset the combo timer. Not resetting the combo timer. Oh, because if I'm returning myself, I'm not re-entering the state. That's why. Okay. Okay. Because in our state machine here on change state, if new state equals current state, return. Well, for testing purposes, let's just remove that. I had there for a second. Okay, so that solves that problem. Okay, let's go back into our attack though, because attack combo timer is stopped. Let's change our cooldown timer. Let's put this to 0.5. And let's change our cooldown timer to 0.2. Let's do 0.3. Now let's keep this one at 0.2. This will be 5. So let's see here. Is that going to be... I think that's going to be better, I think. Oh, I know what we need to do. Okay. We need to end, instead of putting this back to 0, we need to play this, add in this part, add in animation is finished, attacking, and then put the counter equal to 0 here. Right? Because we need to end the combo. So if the counter is 2, we can just make sure the counter is not 2. And counter does not equal 2. There. And then we won't be able to attack again. Oh, wait. No, because we're advancing the counter. So let's remove the counter from here, remove the counter from here. Counter equals 0 there. Cooldown timer, counter 0. Okay. This will be counter plus equals 1. There. Okay, always attack 1. Attack 2. What happens if we increase this to 3? I think that might be a little too much, but let's see what happens. That really slows down our attack. Yeah, I think that's too much. So let's go back to 0.2 for that. Okay. So then we get a nice fast attack. Oh, now we got another bug. We're cycling between attack 2 and... Oh, I know why. Jeez. So only accept it if it's attacking. And I'll keep up with my standard of coding. Okay. Right? Am I thinking about that right? let's see here. We only stop the attack if the cooldown timer ends. Or, oh, here. We're gonna put attacking equals false here as well. Okay. So now we should end our combo. You know what? Let's change our output here. Let's keep and look at our count cooldown. Where's my print? Here we go. Save that. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so we're definitely not ending. Okay. So let's see here. Why are we not tripping the end? Counter equals 2. Okay, so if we receive the input attack, our combo timer is stopped. The counter, oh, I said did not equal to, so is less than or equal to 1. So 1 will go up to 2. We'll turn the attack. Okay, let's try this. I think of our logic somewhere. Okay, so we're still able to return an attack. We are dropping back to idle. Okay, so that's why. Because we're dropping back to idle. If not attacking, return idle. Okay. Okay, so where are we turning off? Let's think about where we're turning off attacking. If the attack cooldown timer is stopped, turn off attacking. The animation is finished. Okay, let's turn that off. This should stop us. This right here. Encounter is less than or equal to. So if it's 0 or 1, attack again. This is probably the problem right here. Setting the counter to 0. So let's just get rid of that. We'll just leave it in the cooldown. The attack timer stopped. Yep, there we go. Okay, cool. So we got that. Let's do Let's see, what else do we got here? Let's fix our bug here. What bug do we get? Found key outside animation range. Yeah. That would be a little bit harder to track down. We'll go back and figure that out later. Okay. So let's see. Let's go back. Let's look at our playground. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I'm running through here. We got kill, 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 kill. We got 24 minutes left before I need to take a hiatus here, or 20 minutes. Let's see. Let's look at our assets and let's see what we can bring in. We can bring in maybe some. Where is the dark? The dark. Ammo. Animated items and collects. Here we go. So let's go over here. Let's close this. Let's make a new folder. Let's call it items. Okay. Okay, let's bring in my sprite file. Boom. Okay, so you'll look at my sprite file. Let's see what we got here for items. You know what makes sense? Let's use key cards, tents. What do we got here? We got keys. Oh, you know what? A key. A key would be useful. Let's use that. Let's do a key. Okay. So let's do items, create new folder. We'll call it a key. Create new scene. We'll call it a key. 2D scene, that's fine. Okay. So that's sprite. And in that sprite, we're going to add in this. Okay. Oh, you know what? Add it as an atlas texture. Edit the region. Unfortunately, OBS is not capturing this for you guys, but you'll see it here in a second. Oops, pixel snap is not on. There we go. Pixel snap, key. Yep, there we go. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 frames to our key. Okay. So let's see here. Animation. There's 14 of these frames. Okay. So let's add a animation player. New animation. We'll call it rotate. Frame. Okay, and then let's see, we've got 14, so I tend to like to do 1/10 of a frame. 14, so 13 is our final one here. And let's make this continuous. So then we have, oops, I gotta do continuous. There we go. Then we'll have a little key rotating around. It's kind of weird. It doesn't really look like it's rotating. It looks more like it's going side to side. Yeah, I keep staring at it, and it's in one instance it looks like it's rotating around, the next instance it just looks like it's going side to side like a fish tail. Either way, it's working. Okay, so we got our key. Rotate side to side. Now we need to add a child node. We need to add an area 2D to it so we can pick it up. Let's add a collision shape. Okay, and let's make it a rectangle. Rectangle. Hold our Alt key so we can adjust the size of this. Okay, that looks like it's going to be about the smallest we're going to get. Is that going to stay in the box? Yep, I'll stay in the box. Okay. Let's go back to reset. There we go. Okay, so we got that. We need a item pickup. So let's see here. First, we need to say this exists on collision shapes. Do we? Okay, so let's see. We have layer 1's ground, layer 2 is player, layer 3 is enemy. How do we want to do this? How do we want to make it trigger? Do I want a separate layer for all items, or do I want to make it I think I'll just make it monitor, look for, and if it, I'll add our script here. Oops. My keyboard's extremely sensitive for the W key. Key, yes, yeah, that looks fine. Okay, so let's do a class name. We'll call it item underscore key. Okay, so first we need the area 2D. Boom. Function ready. Oops, so I spell function right. And let's do on area. Oops, no, it's just area 2D dot area entered. We're just going to call it pickup. Function pickup. Pick, P-I-C-K-U. We're going to need the body that picked it up. Void. And for now, let's just do a queue free. We'll pick it up, it'll disappear. So let's just do that for right now. Let's go back to, you know what, let's just bring up room 1. Okay, 2D. Let's find our key. Bring in our key. I'll put the key right here. Boom. How come snap is not turned on? There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Key. Okay. So now, in theory, if we walk into it, it should just disappear. Nope. Did I not set the assassin on layer 2? Assassin. He exists on layer 2. Why is it not entering? Oh, I need body entered. Nope. Why is that not triggering? I got key. Oh, duh. There we go. How else do I change it to the right mask? Boop. There we go. Okay. So we got the key, picks up. Let's just do a fun little thing here. Let's go back to 2. Let's do an animation. Let's manage new. Duplicate. We're just going to call this pickup. Okay. I want this to only be like 0.5 seconds long. I don't need this extra key, but what I do need is I want to make the sprite just go up. So let's see here. We want keyframe on the current position. There we go. Its current position is there it is. Create. Okay, and then we want to go over to here, 5, and we want to change the position. We want the value of y to be -10. So then if we pick it up, it goes bloop. Oh, we don't want it to repeat. We only want it to go once. And then we also want to add in a modulate change. Let's go back to frame 0 here. Create. Let's add in a new one. And this modulation is going to make it disappear. Okay. But let's change the easing of that. Let's do ease in. I can't remember. Ease in versus ease out. Yeah, we'll do that. There we go. Okay, so we come back here, and on pickup we do, we'll bring in the animation player. We'll do animation.play. We'll do pickup, and then await animation player to animation finished, and then queue free it. But the other thing we want to do here is we want to do the area 2D. Let's queue free that, so then we don't accidentally try to pick it up multiple times. Okay. So we do this. Boop. Okay. And then we need one last thing. We want to make this fun. We want to add a little ding that they've picked it up. So let's see what we can find here. We have got 11 minutes, so I got plenty of time. Let's see here. Game development, assets, sounds. What do we got for sounds here? Sounds. Oh, 8-bit sound pack. I don't think that actually has things labeled by what they are. Air, climb, hurt, ping. Nah, none of those. Okay, let's go over here. We got jump, hit, alert. What's this arcade UE? Let me turn this up so that you guys can get some sound out of it. Nope, definitely don't want that. Squeak, fire, flapping. You know what? Let's jump over here. We're going to go over to one of my favorite sites, Pixabay. Let's look up for some pickup sound. Item pickup sound. Let's see what we can find here. Oop, that's the wrong site. I want... Here we go. Pixabay item pickup. Let's see. Well, that's not bad. Well, that's not bad. That's not too bad. Nope. Nope. No. I want something that's kind of sci-fi. It's actually not too bad. Key get, key. Let's do that. Let's snag this one. And we're going to put that into my sounds folder. Sounds. Okay. So let's go over here. Key. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to put this in sprites. I'm going to rename this. I'm going to call this. Nope, you know what? I'm going to keep key as a separate sound. So let's see. Over here, we got energy. Energy. Where did it go? Energy. Explosion. Energy. We'll dump that in here. We will add a child resource and audio stream player 2D. And then we'll go into our animation track. We'll add a track. Audio. Bring in our energy sound. Let's shorten this a little bit. Put it down to 0. Problem is, it's got that little reverb ding-a-ling thing. I mean, we could make this longer. We can make it out to 1. If we make it 1 in minute instead. Or not 1 minute, 1 second. Yeah, that sound doesn't really go. So I think I'm going to need to do is, right now, you see the cross slice goes quite a ways out, but the regular one does not. So I think I'm going to have to add some extra stuff to it. Let's go fix that animation here because it did not like the edit, clean up, optimize, clean up animation. Okay, that should get rid of that little error we had. Let's try it one more time just to make sure. Resolve track. Okay, so I still have it shifted here somewhere. Shorten it just a hair bit. Let's try that again. Why is it doing this? Cannot resolve track. I do it this way. Still doing it. Okay. Well, let's do it a different way then. Let's go and go back into our animation. We'll just ditch the audio stream entirely. We'll go here, audio stream player. We'll load in the energy. Boom. And then we will go into this. We'll load our audio player. And we will do .play. We'll do that. Okay. Yeah, so we'll do that. Oh yeah, I need to bump up the audio player on this. Max polyphony, let's do it to 4. That should make it so that the sound effects are... Okay, cool. So we got that. We got that all done. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Let's try that again. So close this down. Close that. So let's go back over here. OBS. Yep. Okay. So we added a combo timer today. And then we created the key. And we made that so we could at least interact and queue free it with a little animation. We don't actually have it adding into our player inventory yet. I don't have the player manager set up, so hopefully we'll be able to do that before too much longer. And then once that's done, we should be looking closer and closer to having a full-fledged game. So looking forward to it. But with that, I think let me go back over here. So any feedback that you might have, any comments you have on Void Recall, any ideas. The idea I really like. Right now, the attacking still doesn't quite feel right. Still got to do some more tweaking. Like I said, I want to add some more stuff. So it feels it's too narrow right now. It's like you have to be right on top of the enemy, especially with the flamethrower guys. It might be better once I add in a different enemy type that's more melee based, so you have to get close to them or something like that. But the lack of jump attack is really frustrating right now. Definitely going to add that back or add that in. I don't have any animations for it, so I'll have to come out, figure out what I'm going to do for that. And then for the I want to extend it, so maybe like when he does the slash, I'm going to add some special effects on the end that will make the attack a little bit further ranged, so then it doesn't, especially with how fast you move and the slowdown and deceleration, it feels more like you're stabbing with a dagger than actually using swords. So hopefully with that I should be all done. Or all done for today. Sorry. So well, have a good day. We'll be back hopefully tomorrow with a little bit more, and until then, have fun.